Sri Lanka looks good, but Sri Lanka can get beat by Korea. They can. It's not impossible.
Well, if Korea has 3 players, I don't see it happen.
It's all about the odds, right?
Yeah. If Korea's got 4, if the Republic of Korea has 4, then it's something different.
We got to talk about that Lizama flash and finish. And how about this kid, Modu, hitting the 2?
Hey, Modu, he got some looks yesterday. We were curious if we were going to see the young fella start to knock some of them down. And so far, well, he just got started, but he hits his first attempt from long range.
I tell you what, if Modu got inspired by O'Donnell, that's a really good look for Indonesia.
O'Donnell, the other
18-year-old
playing for Australia, in case you didn't know.
Well, the ones that followed us yesterday know. We got to catch the other ones up. Pay attention. Details, baby. Details.
2-1. Jason. One rolls off the iron. NMI. Lizama pull up from 15 foot, no go.
Travel on the catch.
Travel is called. Qualifying draw B action for the men. Winner joins main draw, Pool B with Mongolia and Thailand. Mongolia, of course, the defending gold medalist from a year ago. Their team is much different than it was a year before. The only returning player is the archer, Anand Aryambo. Still going to be a tough group for whoever emerges today to join it.
You're right.
Doug Schmidt. That was a unique looking crossover dribble.
Well, he's not comfortable going to his left, but he's not shy to take shots up and be aggressive. We saw another travel right before that, once again on the checkpoint. You got to clean this up.
Yeah.
You got to clean this up, guys.
I think the more they hear that whistle blown, it makes them be more cognizant of how they start their possession, whether or not they're moving that pivot or not. That one was clean.
That one was clean, but you got to establish your pivot foot.
Junior to Jason.
You got to take that 2-point shot. You got to take those looks because you want to run the score up crazy. And it doesn't really matter how many points NMI scores. It's not about defense in this game. It's about offense.
Schmidt with a crafty defensive play, but he's still going to get whistled for the foul. That's the 3rd on NMI.
If I wasn't clear enough for Indonesia to get past next round in case of a Korea win, they need to see Sri Lanka lose and not scoring more than 6 points in the game. Because there's this 15 points difference between them as of right now.
So Indonesia again with a 7-point loss to Sri Lanka before picking up that thriller in overtime, 13-11 in OT over the Republic of Korea. They are 1-1 in the competition to this point. Northern Mariana Islands have indeed struggled. They come in 0-2. They lost to Sri Lanka. 13-21 in that game, I believe. And a 21-8 loss to the Republic of Korea. Slim Shaldi.
Got to kick it out on the right. Jason is by himself.
Santos with a nice jab. And finishes with the leg. Scoring off to a slow start. He threw that like Pat Mahomes.
I don't think Indonesia got the memo, Kyle. Winning is one thing. It can set them up to finish second potentially. But if you want to hope until the very last second for that first place, there you go. You better shoot that thing up. You need 22 points, minimum.
You got to play it like a championship game. Oh, I want to ride with it. I'm not even finish the song. I'm not even going to finish the song. You got to finish that crossover. You want to be on the gram or not? 1 point advantage, Indonesia. That had too much grease on it. pass underneath. The Indonesian women, by the way, last year picked up the country's first medal at the Asia Cup, won a bronze. So their 3x3 program is getting better.
Definitely.
Of course, we're going to see them leave tomorrow. Not the same squad as a year before, but they're coming off that historic third-place finish last year. I'm anxious to see what kind of squad they field this year. Men's team, you know, they got some work to do. They're young, got talent. As far as that 22 points they'll need,
I'll tell you one thing, though. They're going to look good in the Nations League.
oh yeah,
They're going to be good because you got 3 of these kids that are Nations League bound.
that's where you get your experience.
And beyond Nations League, we're talking about U21 Nations League. We're not even talking U23.
Yeah.
So they can build. They got a good base.
Oh, dude, the jump hook. Jason, he's hacked.
And I'm pretty sure that's the spirit anyway for them coming into this competition. They're utilizing this to provide those kids experience against older competition, more experienced competition, so that they can be very competitive in Nations League. And it's a good strategy, Kyle. It's a very good strategy.
Start from the ground floor, build up. Santos goes up, knocks the shot down, got the friendly roll. NMI within 1. Jason will try to stroke it from deep. Shawty's called for the over-the-back foul.
I'll tell you what, Kyle, I encourage every federation starting up this game and building their program to do it through Nations League. That's the best way to do it because you can keep the same group of guys involved and learning the game and build that chemistry that can take you a long way.
Shawty. He'll miss it, Junior. Nothing. Five-4. They can spice this one up soon. Angelo's eyes are closing over there. Y'all can't see it at home. I just woke him up. Santos starting to wake him up. No, I'm just playing.
They just heard my voice, so they know you're playing.
Y'all know I'm just
They know
it. Back and forth we go. 5.5 to play. Modu gets it cleared. Right back to work. Double team is Modu. And he's going to call for 3 in the key. He's surprised about that. He might have been in there for 6 seconds.
if you're passing it out, being in the paint, then if you get it back on transition, it's got to be a catch and turn around, shoot it up right away with the hook. Because if you think you have time to put a few dribbles down, then you're mistaken.
Schmidt to the cup.
How about that, though? How about that, though?
7-5. NMI. Yeah. Plenty of time left, but we've seen here on the final day of the qualifying draw, what we've seen so far is teams are putting forth, they're playing their best games. Yeah, even in losing efforts sometimes, it's their best game. You think about Maldives, it was their best game of the tournament.
Tahiti.
Yep, and now NMI is following suit in front for the moment. We don't know if they'll get a win here
Against a good team.
but that would be a signature win if they pick one up against Indonesia.
Oh, history written for sure, Kyle. And the main thing also is this. You're thinking, like, you're playing against a team whose hopes to qualify are still alive.
That's what would make it probably most impressive to me. If that were to happen. Right now, the lead is as slim as it can be. That is 1 point for NMI. They'll have to defend here and slow down the attack of Indonesia as Jason gets this possession started, swings it left. Junior.
But beyond the score, like beyond what the end result would be, they never led against anybody in this tournament. That's something you got to think about. They never were in the lead. So
wow.
being in the lead halfway point of this game, it's a huge, huge take.
Stays where it's at for the moment. 4 to go. Schmidt has it poked away. Jason with the quick hands. He wants a substitution.
No one would have gambled for NMI to be potentially up at the by the second TV timeout.
Yes. And listen, I don't have a problem with moral victories. That is a moral victory.
Sure. But you should have a problem with Indonesia being led at this point, knowing that's for them.
Well, they got some growing to do. They're young, and they're literally letting an opportunity slip through their fingers. They're playing like they don't have even an outside shot of making the main draw. And to me, I don't like that.
Agree?
Yeah, I don't like that. I can chalk it up to that youth, with the body language, and it's a little bit lax. You see what I mean? It's like,
you know how you call it on your side of the pond, sense of urgency.
That's right.
You don't have that sense of urgency, and that's really what is kind of shocking, because the passion they played with against Korea was much higher.
Yep.
So are they saying, oh, it's supposed to be an easy game? Is it how they approach the game? Maybe, but that's a big mistake, and that's how you're going to learn.
And if they aren't careful.
Because you can't turn the on button whenever you want. You got to start with aggressiveness. Great move.
Oh, he put him on skates.
Man, Santos is showing out.
Santos got game.
He does.
He's a good shooter, too. We saw that yesterday. Now, Junior going to the crossover. He loses to Wilson out of bounds. Time for a TV timeout with 3:42 left to play. NMI up 8-6.
Old head Lizama, the oldest player on that NMI roster, 35-year-old. He wasn't buying any of that crossover.
And also you can see in that Indonesian huddle, the frustration is building. Modu isn't happy. There's a lot of words being exchanged.
Well, the main thing is now we can say mathematically Indonesia is out. You know that now.
Yes, it's a done deal.
It's a done deal. It's official. As official as your Jays with this lane.
You know what? I'm going to do it for the gram. I'm going to do it for the gram today.
Just make sure you don't take my kicks either.
Okay,
I'm staying away from that shot.
But we're live now. Don't judge me.
All right, dude.
It's about the kicks today.
These are the ones.
It's the Jordan 2s. All red, Joyce.
All red, going with the red.
Angela, see? This is live. We're actually live right now.
We're live, commentating live, providing you with a live Instagram feed. How about that?
Somebody post this.
8 up. NMI trying to write history. Santos Euro stepping his way to the goal.
No, close, but no cigar.
Oh, second time around. Take care of business down there.
2:36 in an 8-8 game. So for Indonesia, it hadn't been their best. But is the lesson going to be learned?
Well, they're building for Nations League for sure, and I'm telling you, they're going to be competitive. They're going to be competitive. Because think about it, you wouldn't have expected their Nations League squad to be even in the conversation for a main draw ticket. And that win against Korea was a big, big game. Even though Korea did not play full strength, they were missing the big man. And Korea had the game won, or were close to have it won, you got to give credit to the young Bucks. They fought it out, they battled, and they gave themselves a shot to win it in overtime. But
that's a signature win for them. That was impressive. They showed some real guts and heart in that game. In this one, with a 1-point advantage, I think they digressed a little bit. I thought after the OT win that something would click. I didn't say that I thought they would exactly make the main draw.
No, but at least put on the show they're supposed to put on against NMI to give themselves even a chance.
Oh.
As little of a chance as it could be. You still want to do that.
Schmidt able to draw the foul. He didn't exactly stick the landing. Try to stick the free throw. It's upcoming. That can even this game at 9 apiece.
That's not a good foul either, as it's going to give Indonesia 2 free throws to increase the gap.
That was a frustration foul. He missed the free throw and just kind of recklessly going after the loose ball. And now Shaldi is going to get 2 attempts here, as that's the 7th foul. And 2 minutes left in this contest.
Shaldi.
That's you didn't spend time down south, did you?
Hey, I tell you what. Shaldi.
What's up, Shaldi? See, up north they say shorty.
That's right.
Yo, shorty, yo ma. Down south they say Shaldi.
But I listened to some Plies back in the day.
Oh,
Shaldi.
You did? It's your little old Plies, man. Santos has it taken away. Shaldi. He's fouled behind the 2-point line.
And Schmidt is a bit reckless on that closeout again. Like, he's playing with energy, but you got to play with senseful energy.
Well, 2 free throws are going to be the result either way because of the penalty situation. But you're right. Not excusing the reckless closeout, but it is what it is. Shaldi. He'll miss it long.
So now you can't have it. You can't take it out of your head now. You're thinking about that.
I've been thinking about it ever since I read his last name.
So I unleashed the beast now.
Yes, but to get the best bars, you got to get to the main draw.
You're right.
So I get to the main draw, and then I'm gonna give you some stuff.
But I tell you what, man, you got to use whatever is at hand. So if it's there, it's there. And if it's best bars on best bars all day, every day, even though that's not going to be best bar right there with that traveling, but you just got to be you.
It's a fact.
So, 1 minute 22, and Santos almost blew a tire.
Ooh, nice, yeah.
That was the one.
There you go.
That was the one I got.
That was the one you like.
That's the one I liked.
2-point game. That was a nice pull-up. Jason, put some English on that.
Spoiling Dessert was the one that you took. That's the one.
It was one. I think it was probably 2. But
I'll tell you what, it's open buffet, man, and you have VIP access to that buffet.
Much appreciated. I'm gonna be keeping a keen ear out the rest of the tournament too.
You need to.
I'm gonna give you credit though. Well, that's a hard
you know, through my broadcast, I always gave you credit. Just so you know.
My man.
I always did. You have to give credit wherever credit is due, and that's in all facets of life. I think we live in a society now where people are too keen on appropriating themselves with things that they're not the originators.
You think Drake's ghostwriter gets any credit?
I think he got no morals. I'm saying that he got no morals. That's for sure. But some people are just happy with the paycheck. But I'm more of a value guy.
I appreciate that, man. So anticlimactic qualifying draw matchup here with Indonesia and Northern Mariana Islands. Indonesia could have made things more interesting in the group, as they still had a outside chance. It wasn't a great chance, but still needed 22 points just to remain competitive, and needed some help in the next contest. They won't get to that 22 points in 50 seconds.
And someone I know really well always tells me, it's not impossible. You told me that yesterday.
Yes,
so that's why I was pushing for Indonesia to get us to that spot where we're like looking at every bucket and counting. But
yes.
it's just not happening.
It's not, but they would have to hit a barrage of twos. So
at the end of the
twos.
At the end of the day, the best performance they can get to now is second if Korea loses.
Yeah. They need 3 twos. I give them 19 and a 1-point score. So actually 4 twos.
Yeah, it's just too late. It's just too late.
That's a 2 every 10 seconds. I can see that.
I'll tell you one thing, Lizama, I haven't spoken about him, but before this game ends, I want to do it. Lizama has been one of the most consistent player on that squad. He has that little mid-range and just the moment.
Yep, right on cue.
Right on cue. I love when players make us look good.
Is he gonna make? He doesn't look.
No. I talked about mid-range.
Yeah, mid-range.
Mid-range. Let's just keep it there. But he also has been a very physical force down low. He's been fighting hard, and Santos provided a nice boost, but they just came up short.
To me, Santos was the standout for NMI.
Yeah, but Lizama did a lot of the dirty work.
Yeah, but keep an eye on him. NMI making their Asia Cup debut. Indonesia continue to build as well. They'll get a win, but they won't be playing any further than today at this particular edition of the Asia Cup. They're just putting the finishing touches on this one. A couple of free throws and possession with 18 ticks left.
Then with the game coming up, I'll tell you about the math concerning that game, because we talked about Indonesia, but I'll remind what the math is for Korea. Because Korea is not out. Korea is not out.
Nope, but Sri Lanka control their own destiny with the win that they are in.
For sure.
But I'll let you handle the math portion of that.
I'll make sure the math is mathing.
Good. I'm more of an arts guy. The math, the analytics stuff, I'll leave to you.
You're still counting your bars, though. I'll tell you that.
I got more bars in the college town.
Oh, my. Shout out Corvallis, Oregon State. Corvallis, shout out.
6-point victory, Indonesia over NMI. That's the way things wrap up between these two teams.